What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Porcrine. Now, Porcrine isn't technically in the Venom monster wave, however he is a figure that you can get. The two figures you need to make Porcrine are Venom and Spider-Ham. With those two figures you can make your very own Porcrine. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him off the stand, and then we'll have a better look at Porcrine. And so here we have Porcrine off the stand, and actually Porcrine doesn't have any accessories. I know Venom does come with an attachment to the neck, however I've never seen Porcrine with the symbiote going all over him, so I guess you can say he's not supposed to have any accessories, so there is that. The head itself is an accessory with Spider-Ham, so there's really nothing to say here. Since he has no accessories, let's actually go on to some of his details. And so here we have a closer look at Porcrine, and I have to say I'm not really fond of this character. I don't know anything about Spider-Ham or his universe. I just know that Porcrine is the Venom of that universe, so I guess it's cool that we got a head for him, but it's not something I would honestly have in my display, but there is that option. You can see the teeth are nicely done and the nostrils are sculpted. The eyes are done okay. You can see that it's kind of like lazy. It's like airbrushed in and it almost fades off. Like they almost didn't care about this head. And you know what? I'm in that boat that I really don't care much for this head either. It's a cool sculpt, and if you're into that, I guess it's pretty cool. But other than that, I'm not really a fan of it. And then he is using the Hyperion Venom body, which we have seen before. So there's really nothing special about it, except the previous one was a pitch black finish, and this one kind of has like this almost slight metallic feel to it, and you'll see it better when I compare the Venoms with one another, but he does have some metallic feel to him, and same with the head. So I guess that's pretty cool. The spider isn't really done too well. You can see it's really fuzzy along the edges, and then it gets even worse on the back. And then it's even scratching up there. The line work is pretty clean on it, so there is that. So other than that, nothing too special about Porcrine here. So what we're going to do now is take a little break and get him compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Porcrine posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. And here we have Porcrine posed next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends Venom. And just because here we have Spider-Ham posed next to Porcrine. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually go on to Porcrine's articulation. If you have the Hyperion body, you know what to expect. Spider-Ham does have a hinge in the neck, which goes back about that far, looks down about that much. On mine, it has that same issue that I had with the Absorbing Man Venom, which I'll explain that later, but head rotation, hinge in the neck, ball joint in the shoulder goes out to about that far, does a full 360, kind of feels ratcheted on mine. Yeah, there's some detents in there, so there is that. Bicep swivel, double jointed in the elbow, no problems there. Swivel at the wrist as well as has a hinge. We have an ab crunch which goes back about that far, forward about that far, waist swivel. Next go forward, back, and out pretty far, better than most Spider-Man figures. Swivel at the thigh, double bend in the knee. Swivel at the calf, hinge in the foot, goes back and forward, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, a pretty decent articulation for Porcrine here. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. Now sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Porcrine posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really don't care much for this figure. I really don't know anything about the Spider-Ham universe, and Porcrine here, I guess if you're a fan of Spider-Ham and Peter Porker, I guess this is a really cool figure to have. But for me, this is kind of stupid. Honestly, I really don't care much for Spider-Ham, and the extra head, I don't care much for either. I'd much rather have Venom on my shelf, even though I have one Venom. It never hurts having another one with a different head. But other than that, if you are a fan of Spider-Ham and Porcrine, you are going to need those two figures with Venom in order to make this guy, so I guess there is that. But anyway, thanks for watching this quick bonus review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.